you are a Westchester University student, you probably are aware of the text message alert system from Public Safety when there's been an event that requires student attention. What you may not be aware of is that the alerts are only sent when a crime is committed on campus. This podcast will explore the student opinion as well as policies of the university and the Westchester Borough regarding these safety alerts. This is another edition of Westchester Life.
So it is 1:30 on a Thursday night in March, and we're sitting on chairs in my front yard. Without moving, we can see at least 10 people stumbling, doing their best to walk straight on the uneven sidewalks that cover most areas in the Westchester Borough.
The sidewalks aren't even that bad. These girls just don't know how to handle themselves when they drink. I'm more worried about who's watching them rather than if they can make it from one block to another without tripping and getting in some sort of trouble.
Brianna, a fourth-year Westchester student, has mastered the art of walking on the sidewalks. By day, Westchester appears to be a family-friendly place where people can attend school or stop in shops and restaurants that sit on the town's infamous Gay Street, a borough so small that around every corner you can see at least one police officer on duty. But by night, you could turn the corner and see 3 police cars and 4 on-duty security guards surveying the most populated streets. However, this doesn't stop crimes from occurring behind the scenes.
I didn't even know that someone else had been held up at knife point a week before I was. Maybe if someone told me, I wouldn't have been walking in the same alley on the same block by myself less than a week after it first happened. Or at least after it was first reported.
Nobody argues that there aren't enough officials out and about in Westchester, but no matter how many officials there are, crimes will still be committed. On campus alone, Westchester University houses over 4,700 students each year. Being that the university is considered a commuter school, there are over 8,000 students that reside off campus, whether that is 2 streets over from campus or over an hour away. As mandated by the Clery Act, all state schools are required to report any crimes that have been committed on campus and must issue a timely warning for crimes that represent a severe and continuing threat. Following this order, Westchester created a public safety department which handles all on-campus crimes. In order to keep students aware, the public safety department came up with an alert system that sends a text message and email to all students and informs them that there has been a crime committed on campus. It provides minimal detail of where and what happened.
I get text messages all the time from public safety that tell me about these crimes that have happened on campus. Half the time, my friends and I laugh at them because they seem so minor that we can't even believe they bothered to send them in the first place. Sometimes they don't even catch the individuals responsible. So where does that leave us?
Students understand that they have to receive these alerts from the university because it's the law, but they also expect that any threat to a student will be reported through the public safety's text message alert system.
When I found out that another student was held up a week before I was livid. If public safety is going to send out an alert to all students about someone pushing another student and running away without anyone being caught, why wouldn't they give us a heads up about holdups that happen right out back of our own houses?
According to the Westchester Public Safety website, with the exception of crimes that are committed on public property or in institution-sponsored, non-campus buildings, the university is not required to report crime statistics or issue timely warnings for clearly designated crimes that occur off campus. When this was brought up to one of Westchester's public safety security guards, they argued,
"No one forces you to go here, and ignorance is not an excuse. You wouldn't expect the students at Temple University to be alerted of every crime committed around their campus. If you want to know something, you have access to enough resources to look it up yourself."
Under the Clery Act, in order to notify students of an off-campus crime, the crime must adhere to 3 criteria. Number 1, the crime is a murder, rape, or other serious and violent assault, or the local municipality requests that the university issue a timely warning. Number 2, the crime occurred in a geographic area frequented by WCU students. Number 3, the crime represents a continuous threat to the Westchester University campus community. At 1:45 that Thursday night in March, we stopped a group of alleged students that were walking home from the bar and informed them of the criteria that must be met in order for the university to consider a crime important enough to publicize. With much hostility, one of the students responded,
Aren't students everywhere in Westchester? That makes no sense. Does it make it any less dangerous if the crime only fit into one of those criteria anyway? Someone was just raped down the street, and I kind of would want to know about that. We're all still at risk, you know?
Yeah, my friend was one of the kids that was held up in the alley behind Matlack Street. So what if it's off campus? If one of my boys gets held up, I want to know about it. Luckily, I got the warning firsthand, but not everyone has the inside scoop.
While the university does recognize that in certain cases, timely warnings could greatly benefit the campus community, we must ask ourselves whether it is the university's responsibility to provide this information, or should the students be expected to educate themselves. The issue isn't that Westchester is criminally active, but students should be aware of their surroundings and the resources that the Borough of Westchester provides for us. For more information about the safety policies in Westchester, you can visit the Borough or Public Safety's website. If technology isn't your forte, the next Borough meeting is on April 8th at 5:30 p.m. in Westchester's Municipal Building.
From WCU, it's This Westchester Life, distributed by the Westchester Borough and Students International. This was created by Stephanie Leonard, Jackie Brown, and Sarah Copenhaver. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.